Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. While you chase the crooks and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, all in your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Good golly, I hope that nobody's wearing pants tonight. Well, let's see. How should I do this? Oh, how are you guys doing? No, I'm still not the DUI guy. I've attempted it. I'm not a good imitator. There's only one DUI guy. I'm not him. I guarantee you. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. We'll get to it. We'll get to that later. Oh, this could be a little bit later on. So if you have to come back and watch it, I guarantee you it's going to be so worth it. It's going to be so worth it. I love it. I love it. My video has been named in a lawsuit that doesn't involve me whatsoever. I love it. Thank you so much. Good to see you, everybody. Welcome to another night of being here at the Shit Show.
Welcome to the Shit Show.
Oh, it's a brand new month, a new flavor of thuggery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, bald, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and thuggery. Yes. I should turn this into an intro song, and we've got the Wonder Banner says, "Good evening, Shizzy Pants are prison." I guarantee they are prison. And I will tell you right now that my glorious sparkly helmet has been retired. You will not see it on my head ever again. It's not there. As you can see, I have it nowhere around me. Where did it go? Well, you'll just have to pay attention. You might find out where it went to. For almost a year, welcome, Roy. Roy, you have been here for almost a year. 11 months is a great amount of time to be here. I guarantee there is so much stuff that members get that if you're a member here, the nice little treats that you get are going to be so glorious. You get these nice little treats of wonderful things coming in. Videos like tomorrow, there'll be a new one that drops for the lower tier members, and it's gonna be good. It is going to be good. I guarantee it. Hello, S Shine over there on the Rumble side. Yes, you are welcome to hang out there. Wes, good to see you just in time. Oh yeah, being here is always a glorious place to be, and maybe not with 10 gifted memberships. Why don't we take a look and we see where those gifted memberships went to? I don't do that enough, and I probably should because man, you guys are the best. You maybe not you are always handing those things out and making people feel so welcome. I have to constantly go in and remove copyrighted stuff. I got copyrighted this morning. It happens. What do we got here? It looks like God bless America. Everything's changing on me. It got all funky. We've got Squid Pro Quote. You've been gifted a membership. T Robertson, Forever Not Me. Lady T. What is that? Fru, thank you. Yeah, most definitely. We got Fru that got a gifted membership. We got Donna Shepherd T42 left the helmet on the short bus. Oh no, that helmet went somewhere. The Southern Red Sox girl. Love me that Southern Red Sox girl. I guarantee you, and I will tell you, there's videos that are out there that are only members get to view those. That's it. Nobody else gets to see those. It's only for the members. So if you check those out, I guarantee you're going to be quite pleased with the stuff that comes out of that. Oh my God, I went over on MG's last night, and he pulled up a video of Expert asking, what was it, asking Grok questions. I never laughed my ass off so hard. The stuff that it came up with about Baker. Oh my God. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth checking out. Put a smile on my face like no other. And of course, you know what always puts a smile on my face is whenever idiots file stupid motions like this one today. Well, actually, it was yesterday that the plaintiff motion for protective order. A plaintiff filing a motion for a protective order. Now comes the plaintiff, that Michelle Preston. We know her as Lynette or as whatever, the turtle lady. The FRCP Rule 12.80C filed this motion protective order pertaining to defendant's deposition set for October 1st, and would show this court the following. As per FRCP Rule 3.220, which of course we know is a criminal statute, counselors are to confer and agree as to date and time. Not in a civil case. In a civil case, and I actually had to look this up because I was like, okay, so what are the rules in a civil case? Well, it turns out that whenever someone files a motion like Randy did, we can go back and pull that up. But what Randy did is he gave notice that this is the time of the deposition. Now, at the time that he filed that and they received it, they should have looked at their calendar and said, I can't be there because I have X, Y, or Z, and then notify the court. And what the court would have done is said, okay, then we can reschedule it. And they would have scheduled it for another day. Simple as that. This is how attorneys do it all the time. But the problem is the only way that you can do that is do it almost immediately. As soon as you know, you pull that stuff up, you look at your, as soon as you receive it, you're supposed to respond to that. That's an immediate thing. And what she did today was not respond to it, except with this bullshit. But that doesn't justify or allow her to get away from not being there. Because again, I looked up the actual procedures on this, and the way that it works is even if you file this at the last minute, you still have to show up there, and then you can argue it in front of the court. Like she could have gotten out of the deposition had she actually showed up to the courthouse and said, I know I filed this last minute, but X, Y, or Z, but she didn't do that. She didn't do that at all because she made some lame ass excuse. Well, just going to get your ass handed to you 9 ways to Sunday. Judges don't like whenever people play these kinds of games. I don't think Judge Grobe? He's not going to appreciate it. He's not going to appreciate this stuff at all. He's going to look at this and go, listen, I told you to get an attorney, but see, here's the thing. She's not counsel. And she can be treated like an attorney, but 3.220 is in criminal. That's where that comes important. But of course, you have idiots that are filing this kind of stuff and not knowing what they're doing. As to date and time, defendant's counsel failed to properly confer with plaintiff and has unilaterally filed its taking of audio video deposition set for October 1st, 2025. Doesn't matter. You still have to be there. As per the rules of federal civil procedure, the Florida rules of civil procedure demand that you be there. There's no excuse. A judge will come back and sanction the ever-living shit out of you because he already said, I am not going to treat you any different than an attorney. You are going to act like an attorney. If you haven't seen the video, Jeremy has it. Tug and Megan played it. The judge said you will be treated as if you were an attorney. You're filing this as pro se. How did she file electronically? No, she went down to the courthouse and actually filed it with the court. It's just stupid. Plaintiff's husband suffers from a medical condition. Still doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can argue that whenever you actually show up in court. That's the thing is this none of this allows you to skip the deposition. Once a deposition is noticed, you must file immediately. You have to file immediately and say, I have a conflict. I can't do it. Can we change the date? Is there a reason why we can change the date? Because we can do it the following day. But you have to give some sort of timeline. You can't just let, well, I've got something going on that day. Oh, this is the kind of shit someone really shady would play. And they're about to F around to find out. I guarantee you this judge isn't going to play Sticky Widget.
Welcome to the shit show.
All my new members, thank you so much. We've got the Yellow Bird, Lisa K, Naomi Leons, Carol Volcom,
Monday, Tuesday,
Art by Buddy,
Wednesday,
Masalas, and 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, vulgar, dash poppycock, olives, and fuckery. Oh, thank you so much, Sticky Widget. That makes them good. Makes them feel so nice and warm and fuzzy. So plaintiff husband suffers from a medical condition. Rocking the house. Thank you, Jack Miles. Oh, I'll come back to you guys later. I love this song. It's a beautiful song. Plaintiff's husband suffers from a medical condition. She ain't married. She said that before. Wherein he requires time-sensitive treatment. Plaintiff's husband has had a scheduled appointment for said treatment on the date of the deposition, October 1st, 2025. Well, if that's the case, here's the beauty about it, because this judge can easily order proof of that. And then he can come back and he can say, okay, you had proof of this. Why didn't you file this early on? If you knew that he had an appointment on October the 1st, 2025, why didn't you file it? Why didn't you set it in there? Why didn't you put it there? Why? No, there's no excuse. You messed up. Well, she's not married. They're divorced. Well, of course, they're domestic, partners. I was going to say something else, but they're domestic partners, Angel. Plaintiff is involved in a bankruptcy matter. No, she's not. According to this court, she is not involved in a bankruptcy matter. Go back, watch the video. The judge says that bears no relevance on it whatsoever. You're not involved in a bankruptcy matter. This will move forward just as we had planned. And I have a feeling whenever the judge sees this, he might have a few things to say about it. He might be like, well, you know that if you knew that it was on October the 1st, you had well over 10 days. The notice went out. Everybody received the email. I received the email. I saw that it came in on this date right here. The amendment right here didn't change the date. It just changed the length of it. Huh. Yeah. This is one of those things where the judge will say, well, I mean, you're going to be sanctioned for it. No, there's nothing you can say about it. And that's the other thing. That is the beauty of this. If I read the statute right, this doesn't get her out of doing the deposition at all. She can have the bankruptcy going on, doesn't stop having the deposition at all. Not a bit. The deposition can continue on just as it did before. She could be right in the middle of a bankruptcy, still have to do the deposition. It doesn't matter. There's no stay on that portion of it. Even if she tries to put a stay on it, because if the bankruptcy comes back in, no, sweetheart, that goes back in. You try to keep pulling this shit, and what'll happen is the judge will come back and he will slap the cuffs on you. If you don't believe me, there's case law behind it that says he will. He will slap the cuffs on you and he will put your ass in jail. He won't play. He doesn't have to. Wherefore, all the foregoing reason respectfully request that this court issue an order just prohibiting the deposition scheduled for October 1st, 2025. Well, if you would have maybe filed this ahead of time, like, days, a week, 2 weeks ahead of time, you might have gotten away with it. You might have been able to do it. And then they could have rescheduled for another day. They would have been able to reach out to you, make that communication, contacted you, had that conversation, and said, okay, we've set it for October the 1st, but you're not available October 1st. How about October the 2nd, October the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th? And of course, they would say, oh, well, no, we can't do that until the 8th. The 8th. It has to be at the 8th. Okay. Yeah, they're not very smart over there. And schedule the awarding and such further relief. There is no awarding or such further relief. There's no awarding or relief for you screwing up. That's not the way this works. You screwed up and there's not going to be any relief for you. And of course, the certificate of service, it was filed and served via the filing on the 30th day of September 2025. What sweet cheeks. That's the day before. Doesn't work like that. And of course, they get into their little notice here, which doesn't mean diddly squat. It's just basically masturbatory language that they put in there because, well, look, we've got this hearing. There's no guarantee that bankruptcy is even going to happen. No guarantee that, Randy could come in there and find out that the judge is like, no. If they want to continue on this bankruptcy, they're going to have to refile the whole thing, which could take it another 6 months. It could take it another 10 days. Absolutely could. Judge might say, yeah, you can go into the bankruptcy, but you've got to refile everything. That they don't understand. These federal judges in bankruptcies, they don't mess around. They're pretty damn strict with it when it comes to this kind of crap. They don't have time for it. They got nothing better to do. And of course, the glorious thing comes in from the one and only Randy Rocket to shock it. Comes in, slaps this thing down, says here is a response in opposition to plaintiff's motion for a protective order, motions for sanctions and attorney's fees. And that becomes very important because what better way of wasting court resources than saying, you know what, Your Honor, this idiot right here, she is acting as her own attorney because she's filing this pro se. That's how she's signing off on it. Notice she didn't get any help, according to her. No help from an attorney. That's going to be really hard to explain. So she can plead that. this judge ain't going to play. He's going to say, you seem to be competent enough to file things as an attorney. I want to take it you know what you're doing, and you screwed up. Master, what doth my perverted ears deceive me? I almost cut out of your line. Well, you don't have any lines. You blur those lines. You're like a dirty old man, just blurring lines left and right. You can't help it. You can't help it. I know how you are, Yami. You just get all blurred, and it's not your fault. I understand how you are. I love to tease Yami. If you haven't teased Yamaha Biker lately, now is a good time to do it, because nothing says I love you like teasing the Yamaha Biker. Yeah, especially whenever he keeps leaving these bags of dog shit on my front porch and lighting them on fire. Okay, comes now defendant Jeremy Hills. George, Larry Foreman, by and through their undersigned counsel, and hereby files this response in opposition to plaintiff's motion for protective order and motion for sanction attorney's fees pursuant to Florida Rules Civil Procedure 1.280 and 1.380, in support thereof states as follows. On September 21st, 2025, defendants filed a notice of taking audio-visual deposition of plaintiff Preston, scheduling the deposition for October 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m. at the Levy County Courthouse. On September 26th, the defendants filed an amended notice of taking audio-video deposition, scheduled the deposition for October 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the Levy County Courthouse. They just made a couple of changes. So we're looking at the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. At the shortest amount of time, they had 4 days. They could have filed something on the second day after that. Still been able to reschedule it. But on the 21st is whenever it was initially filed. There was no change from the 21st. I mean, no drastic change from the 21st until the 26th. Well, and then on September 30th, just 1 day before the scheduled deposition, well, Preston and her happy little ass decided to file a motion for protective order seeking to prohibit the deposition from proceeding as scheduled. Said, no, I don't think I'm going to show up. Well, Preston utterly failed to appear at today's deposition. A certificate of non-attendance is forthcoming from the court reporter, and most likely that'll be filed within the next 24 hours. It'll say everybody was here and she didn't show up. Well, Preston's motion should be denied for the following reason: because she improperly cites the criminal civil procedures in a civil case. Preston's motion for protective order cites FRCP Rule 3.220H1 as the basis for her motion. Then Randy sums it up and says, well, 3.220H1 is a Florida rule of criminal procedure governing discovery, depositions, in criminal cases, and has no application in the civil proceeding. And if you look up what Randy initially filed, just look it up at some point in time. Initially, what he filed was a notice for taking of deposition. Whenever you get a notice for taking a deposition, it is required, unless you have a reason, which you have to file that reason almost immediately. You know, there could be some sort of emergency. You know, your brain fell out of your head, you passed away. Any number of reasons could be given for that. But that's not what happened here. It was just like, well, we had something scheduled. We decided to wait until the last minute to do it. Judges ain't going to play that shit. I'm telling you right now, judges are not going to play that. Yeah, if you ain't following the Yamaha, you should be. The correct rule governing depositions in civil cases is Florida Civil Rule Procedure 1.30, which was properly cited in the defendant's amended notice of taking audio-visual deposition. And I did a nice little search on that. I pulled it up, and what did I find? I found that no, you can't skip the deposition. Can't do it. It is completely no. You have that time scheduled away, and that you are required to be there. It's almost like not showing up for a surgery to, fix a major illness. You don't show up. Well, there's going to be issues. You're going to get charged extra by the court because, that what she's quoting doesn't match. It doesn't work in this case. You're required, if you're noticed, to show up at a deposition and you know about it, you have to show up, which they knew about it. It was given to her email address. And what's going to happen is more than likely the judge is going to have a show cause hearing, and he's going to say, I need you to show cause as why you didn't show up. And he is going to ream her again, because that's what happened in the last one. Whenever she was like, my lawyer died. Yeah, that's no excuse. It is incumbent upon you to seek legal counsel. And apparently you're saying you're having somebody help you write these motions. Well, you're screwing up again. The correct rule governing depositions in civil cases is Florida Civil Rule Procedure 1.30, which properly cited defendant's amended notice of taking audiovisual deposition. Plaintiff's motion contains false statements constituting fraud on the court. Courts don't like being lied to. In her motion for protective order, Preston claims that her husband suffers from a medical condition, whereas he requires time-sensitive treatment, and that her husband has a scheduled appointment for said treatment on the date of deposition, October 1st, 2025. Well, upon information to believe Preston, well, shit, that bitch ain't married. She ain't got no husband. And she's been rendering this statement and her motion are demonstratively false. In a related case before this court, well, the same little twat muffin decided to file also at the last minute a motion to avoid her deposition and falsely stating that her mother died. Like her fraudulent statement yesterday about having a husband made in her motion and under oath, Preston's prior statement about her mother dying was completely false. Yet again, Preston dismissed that case while a motion for sanctions regarding her actions for avoiding her deposition were heard by the court. No. Preston's sworn statements regarding a non-existent husband's medical appointments constitute a fraud upon this court and warrants sanctions. Plaintiff's motion was untimely filed. Defendant's notice of taking audiovisual deposition was filed on September 21st. Providing plaintiff with a reasonable notice of the deposition, Preston waited until late in the afternoon of September 30th, 2025, the day immediately before her scheduled deposition, to file her motion for protective order. The Florida Rules for Civil Procedure provide that objections to the notice of taking a deposition, including objections to the time, the place, the manner of the depositions, are waived until written objection is promptly served on the party given the notice. Specifically, Florida Rule Civil Procedure 1.330 D1 states that all errors and irregularities in the notice for taking a deposition are waived unless a written objection is promptly served. Preston utterly failed to do this. Utterly. Preston's last-minute filing has caused unnecessary delay and expense to defendants, including potential cancellation fees for the court reporter who appeared, brought their happy ass down there and sat down and was just like, I'm ready to go, because she was scheduled to appear. Well, plaintiff's reference to a bankruptcy matter scheduled for October 7th does not justify cancellation of a deposition scheduled for October 1st, as those dates don't conflict. Florida Civil Rule Procedure 1.280C provides the provisions of the Rule 1.380A4 apply to the award of expenses incurred in relation to this motion. The Florida Rule of Civil Procedure 1.380A4B provides that if the motion is denied and after opportunity for hearing, the court must require the moving party to pay the party or deponent who opposed the motion the reasonable expenses incurred in the opposing motion that may include attorney's fees, unless the court finds that the making of the motion was substantially justified, or other circumstances make an award of expenses unjust. Well, here, Preston's motion is not even remotely justified. This is because her objections raised in the motion were just untimely and full of shit, as they were not properly made after the service of the deposition motion, and her motion raised no legitimate basis for protection under Rule 1.280C. Well, defendants have incurred substantial attorney's fees, costs in opposing the motion for protective order. Under these circumstances, an award of sanctions, including reasonable attorney's fees and costs, is appropriate and just. Defendants respectfully request this honorable court deny plaintiff's motion for protective order. Order that the deposition of the plaintiff, Michelle Preston, proceed as scheduled, be rescheduled at the earliest possible day. Award defendants the reasonable attorney fees and costs incurred in responding to plaintiff's bullshit motion pursuant to Florida Civil Rule Procedure 1.380A4, and also impose appropriate sanctions against plaintiff for making false statements to the court, and grant such other further relief as this court deems just and proper. Respectfully submitted, the one and only Shocking Law Group. Attorneys for the defendants, Jeremy Hales, George, Larry, and Randall signs off on it. He says, I don't need to say anymore. And except for that he's certified that he got it there. But the beauty of it is I have a wonderful open letter for you. I couldn't resist. It just called to me. It felt like it was appropriate at this point in time. So let's just give it to you. Give it to you one more time.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
An open letter, the midnight motion, and the bill that follows. Well, stupid. What you filed wasn't a motion. It was a confession. You confess that you're terrified of accountability, that you're addicted to stall tactics, and that you think dumping shit into the court portal at the last second somehow counts as a strategy. Filing the night before deposition doesn't make you look clever. It makes you look like a cornered trash panda. It reads like desperation shoved into the system with shaking little hands. Well, you weren't protecting anything. You were buying time, and badly at that. The judge, they don't usually see a party in need of relief. They see a plaintiff terrified of accountability. Well, that impression is going to stick with them. You've run the same tired script so often, it's just become comical, a parody. Husband's medical appointment, bankruptcy hearings, calendar conflicts, attorney died, mother died, excuses are recycled, repainted, trotted out like the court just won't notice. It's the same dog and pony show it's been watching for months, but you got to understand, judges, they do notice. They're sort of trained to spot these kinds of patterns, and your pattern isn't subtle. Avoidance, delay, obstruction. Well, you're not litigating, you're evading. In the process, you're torching whatever shreds of credibility you had left somewhere in Idaho on a stripper pole. Every time you wave the same excuses, you remind the court that you're not showing up to answer questions. Well, not because you can't. It's not because you're prevented. Well, it's because you're an idiot. This so-called legal help behind your filings isn't saving you. They're sabotaging your sorry ass. These documents don't read like the work of attorneys. No, they read like the product of someone taking bong hits, late night Googling, and frantic copy-paste jobs. Hell, the templates are dressed up in procedural buzzwords, citations, dropping in like seasoning or shit off a hot tin roof. And not a trace of substance beneath it all. Because you see, real lawyers don't file panic disguised as pleading. Real lawyers, they coordinate, they confer, they reschedule if there's a legitimate reason. What you've got is people who act like they know law, but in reality couldn't get a law degree if they were paid to get one. And it looks like they're written by idiots who believe that if you throw enough words on a page, the court might mistake it for an actual argument. Well, it doesn't work. Of course, it never works. And when the judge sees through it, the cost doesn't fall on them. They're not the ones that are going to get screwed over. It's going to be you. Let's be real here. Whoever's drafting this trash for you writes like a first-year law student who washed out, got bounced from their internship, and now clings to legal scraps on the internet, pretending to still be relevant. Every line drips with cowardice, hollow citations, procedural fluff, and no backbone even to stand on the actual merits. It's the kind of writing you expect from someone who couldn't stomach real litigation, so they tuck their happy little tail up between their legs. They decide to run away, go hide, go scurry away, pretending their hands are clean. Oh, I will say that you can hear them practically squeak when they draft these timid, sloppy, and desperate to sound smarter than they are. If this is your caliber, you better off hiring a paralegal with a free weekend and possibly a six-pack. Well, it's pathetic too, because this kind of help that hides behind you, they sort of shove you a little bit forward so you can take the hit. Because your name is on the filing, your signature's on the bullshit, your bank account's on the hook. Even if you can't pay for it, you'll never get the stain off you. While they scurry away pretending their hands are clean, they ain't going to risk no sanctions. You do. They don't risk any credibility. You do. And the court knows exactly what's happening. The plaintiff has become the errand runner for bad legal advice, and now the plaintiff is going to pay the bill for it. That's the part you don't want to face. These filings aren't just empty, they're expensive. Every last-minute motion forces the other side to prepare a response. Every frivolous delay forces court reporters to hold open dates and lawyers to block off time. And those, right there, sweet cheeks, are measurable costs. And when the court looks to see who caused all this bullshit, it's not going to be sanctioning the defendants for showing up. It's not going to sanction the court reporter for booking the slot. Hell, it ain't even going to sanction the idiot that filed it for you. It's going to look squarely at you. The idiot who keeps trying to substitute drama for duty, and it's going to balance the books the only way it knows how, with your checkbook, your bank account, your earnings, your holdings, everything that you have. The opposing counsel, well, shit, they didn't even need to stretch. They didn't even have to invent an elaborate story about your conduct. They simply pointed to the obvious, a last-minute filing with no legitimate basis, designed only to dodge a deposition. In just a handful of sentences, they made the case for sanctions because, well, shit, you were so stupid you handed it to them. That's not much, that's how much you and your helpers are screwing this up. You're not just losing ground. You're providing your adversaries with the ammunition they need to bury you. Those are all wrapped up neatly in your own filings. And the court, well, they sees the contrast clearly. One side's cutting through the noise with efficiency. The other side is vomiting noise in hopes of a little bit of a distraction. The irony is a little brutal because you file these motions to protect yourself, but shit, you're doing the opposite. They're stripping you of any bit of credibility you had, putting you squarely in the line of fire for sanctions, and because your name's on the pleading, not theirs, the consequences land on you. You're the one who will be ordered to pay. You're the one the court will hold accountable. The people feeding you these garbage strategies, well, their happy asses are slinking away, pretending they outsmarted the system while you're left in the invoices, the orders, and the permanent stain on the record. That's the real cost of those toddler bar attorneys are whispering in your ear. They're going to keep their hands clean and you get stuck holding the bag. And that's where this ends, not with a triumphant narrative you control, not with a crowd cheering you on, but with a judge growing tired of your bullshit, signing on orders that forces you to pay for the waste that you created. And by the way, you'll still have that deposition to face, that chair, that oath, the questions you fear, but you'll also have something else, a bill, a literal financial reminder that playing games with the court doesn't delay the inevitable. It just makes the inevitable more expensive. And when that bill arrives, no amount of excuses, no amount of midnight filings, and no amount of cowardly ambulance chasing help is going to shield you. It's you that are going to be on the hook, and you alone. And if you think because of the games you want to play makes you think that being broke gets you out of paying sanctions, do yourself a really good favor. You might want to investigate United States v. Wendy Long. See how long she lasted. Signed, Shizzywhiznut, the star-spangled helmet-wearing Velcro-shoed idiot on the short bus, still smart enough to see who's going to end up paying for all of this nonsense. And most definitely the Papa Nut, mother of all.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
Yes, and here's where we come to the fun part. Here is where we come to the best part of all of it. This is the time, and I'll let you guys filter in here because you might still be hanging out with Doug, but I guarantee you're not going to want to miss this one. This one made my day. It put a smile on my face. It made me laugh out loud and sort of pee a little bit, just a little. It was a leaky diaper or something. I don't know. This one made me laugh. I have never seen anybody so stupid in my life file something this ridiculous. Okay, if you don't know, I'll give you a little bit of backstory here. So I started looking into this case that Larry Foreman had. Started looking at it a while back. Oh, it was earlier in the year. Heard about it. I was just like, I'll look at it. I'll check it out. I got busy. Didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. Sort of let it fall to the wayside. And I started noticing that some things weren't matching up. And some of these I didn't even look at them. I had to go back and start reading through them to sort of see where they were at. And the stuff that's prior to it, it's really boring lawyer stuff. It really is. I mean, it's just basically saying, hey, want to go, here, I'm suing you for this. And then it turns out, let's go ahead and just get this arbitration done. That's what your employment, what do you call it? I'm trying to think of the word. It'll come to me eventually. And basically, what we agreed to, if you're instead of suing somebody in a courthouse, we can just do an arbitration on this, get this thing handled. And it basically, this way, it doesn't go in front of court. Eyes don't get put on it. It leaves the offending party a little bit, out of the loop. And also just it keeps it nice and chill. You're just like, it ends up being more amicable most of the time, apparent to the public, especially if you're trying to run a business. You don't want to have this kind of shit staining your life. And on either side, there's no winners of it. So it's always easier to arbitrate it. And so you don't have all these extensive court costs and crap like that. Well, apparently from what I've been able to gather, it looks like these fuckers are in cahoots with Bubbles. And I'm serious. Whenever you read this next one, it's going to make you question if they're not, because they bring me up in it, and I'm not any part of this case whatsoever. Comes defendants through the ditch in pro se, and reply states as follow: after admitting he knew he had no right to file this case, document number 14, lying to the court about his claims, document 1 and 10, and filing deny the fabricated case, document 20, pro se plaintiff lied to his court again and foregoing response form and state that there's only one issue before this court, document 23, but defendants filed a motion for sanctions, document 18, because Foreman admitted in his writing that his entire lawsuit lacks merit. That makes two issues. Well, let me just say, it doesn't. It doesn't, because, see, I looked through document number 18. I went back and I dug this up. I was very specific of looking into this document. And according to document number 18, it looks like in document number 18, it's them making a quotation about something, about a text message, okay? A text message that they've taken out of context, out of all of the bullshit. It's like saying, he killed me. Okay, and then saying, well, he just admitted he killed me. That's not what it is. You have to look at the whole context of this. But the only problem is it's like one of those really shitty news reporters. And if I know you've seen these shitty news reporters. They find a story that's absolute bullshit, and then they repeat that bullshit story. And whenever they repeat that bullshit story, they're doing it on their own platform. And then somebody else from another bullshit place, they repeat the same bullshit story that this person repeated it, make it their own. And then that same dumbass bullshit person that was saying it in the first place comes back around and uses their bullshit story. And it's this circular pattern of garbage that it's them telling the same bullshit story that's not true. They just, it's, and I can't remember the damn snake off the top of my head. I wrote it down. It's much easier to remember that way. The snake that fucking eats itself. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. They're quoting a document in this filing that is bullshit and stating, well, he said that this. No, you said that he said this. It's a complete different story. Sorry, I had to get that out. The matters disclosed in defense motion document number 18. Document 21 have material bearing on fact that Fortman has shown a pattern of perpetuating fraud on this court and other courts. No, because both document 18, both document 21 are their own bullshit stories. It's the same bullshit that they're bringing up. Nothing that's ever been signed in an affidavit, nothing that everybody's ever agreed to, nothing that anybody has even said was true. So they're taking falsities and they're saying that these falsities are true. And I guarantee you, if you read the documents, you don't know if they're true because nobody wants to sign off on it and say this is absolutely true. They don't want to sign on the dotted line because they know that their ass would be liable. That's how chicken shit these people are. Well, and of course, disclosure of this court foreman's criminal act of forgery, document 21, example 1. It's completely irrelevant. You know why? Because this is a document that was brought in that bears no relevance to this case whatsoever. None whatsoever. It is the typical kind of bullshit that someone uses whenever they know that they're fucking losing. I guarantee you, they know that they're losing, and this is one of those Hail Mary passes going, I'm going to go for broke. But you know what? That kind of shit gets you in trouble, like a lot of trouble, especially if you're misleading the court and you're perpetrating fraud upon the court. Yeah, they're going to have a lot to say about that. Well, to remove this guy from the case in which he was set for jury trial is not a personal grievance. We don't know the issues surrounding this. All you've got is a document that proves nothing. There's nobody forging anything. There's no actual signature. It's a digital signature. We looked at it. It's a digital signature. Where did it come from? I could do a digital signature of somebody else's and post it online and say that, look what they signed. No, it's a digital signature. There's no proof of anything whatsoever. Defendants asserted their sanctions motion, which is properly before the court. No, it's not. There is nothing properly before the court in that case whatsoever. Unlike the complainants in this case, document 12 that Larry fabricated this whole case for YouTube. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He did not. This is another document that they filed that they're saying that Larry fabricated this whole case for YouTube. And they're citing back to document 18 again. They're saying, well, under document 18, he did this. Well, and guess what? Several hours after filing his response to this motion, the motion was aired on YouTube. After several hours after filing this response to the motion, response was aired on YouTube. Well, guess what? If you do a little search, and I'll put it up there for you. I'll put it up there for you, and you can look yourself. You can look yourself. Here you go. There you go. You can go look at it yourself. Guess what that links to? Guess what it links to? It's not Larry. Larry didn't file it. Larry hasn't talked about this case whatsoever that I know of. If he did, that I was like, oh, what did Larry say about this on YouTube? Guess what? Guess who that is? Huh. Amazing. Isn't it amazing that somebody that's covering this case on YouTube, and that is such a weak ass move. They're making it sound like Larry is filing stuff here on the YouTube and saying talking about the case onto YouTube for content. Larry don't give two shits about it. He's handling this the way that an attorney does. But look, didn't you just talk about it? Yes, Vicky, not Larry. Larry hasn't talked about this case at all that I've noticed. I mean, if he has, point to it. That's what drives them nuts. I can't understand why courts keep allowing LP to stall the case. Well, we've moved on to this filing here. So whoever this person is that filed this, the person that filed this, guess what? They're a fucking idiot. You know why they're a fucking idiot? Because they're watching an idiot. They're watching an idiot and putting this in court documents. Imagine. I started laughing whenever I saw this, because I'm like, can you imagine? Can you imagine how pitiful, how worthless your life has to be putting me into one of your court filings as somebody that's talking about it on YouTube? Was it contrived? I don't know what the hell they're doing. They've got some issues. They've got some serious issue. BB term for YouTube content. So why are you dragging you into this crap? So why are you dragging you into this crap? I'm not dragging me into this crap. I'm laughing my ass off. I have never laughed so hard in my life that they're putting my YouTube into federal court trying to make some sort of point. I could not stop laughing. I was peeing myself. It was just a little bee. These people are sick. No, they're hilarious. They're killing me. They are killing me with this stuff. They are so stupid that they would put my name up on somebody else's thing just for covering it. Shit, they don't know what they're doing. No, they apparently don't. They must be the most incompetent, stupid asses that I've ever heard of. You're so contrived. Defendant's request for a telephonic status conference is exactly what it states. It's a motion to conference the status of this matter. No, they can go fuck themselves. They don't need to, because this right here was supposed to go to arbitration, and they're fighting the arbitration. And whoever this idiot is that wrote this is so stupid. Oh my God. The motion to conference the status of this matter because defendants caught foreman criminally forging. No, they haven't caught anybody doing anything. There's no proof of that whatsoever, because defendants got foreman criminally forging. Defendant Tyler Hitch's name in order to withdraw from him as counsel's record on a case in which Hitch was suffering jury trial. How do you know this? Because here's the thing. It wasn't Hitch that filed it. It wasn't Hitch that found this. It was somebody else. So stupid. Local discovery rules, Circuit 8 judges, Levy County. See, there you go. Pull it right up right there. Look it up. Not to mention the defendant's lives. Oh, it could impact foreman's bar license. Not to mention the defendant's lives. Really? He has not committed any crime because you got no crime to commit. So if you're saying that he committed a crime, that is something that you'd have to prove. You know, just throwing these blanket bullshit things out there, that's sort of typical of a moron. That's like first year law school student bullshit. That is somebody that clearly doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Impact foreman's bar license. No, I'm pretty sure that Larry's bar license is just fine. Because if you look up Larry Foreman in the Kentucky State Bar, guess what? It shows up he's in good standing for my defense fund. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm going to need that after this crap. This is because Foreman has been caught red-handed twice now. Caught red-handed with what? He hasn't been caught red-handed with anything. You've yet to even bring a case against him. He is suing this attorney, and that's it. There's no case against him. There's no case against him whatsoever. Now you can say that he's got a complaint filed against him. That it's just a complaint. That's just like me saying I don't like the way that expert looks. He's too good looking for me. I'm going to file a complaint. And then guess what? You have to follow through with it. Of course, whoever filed this probably can't follow through with anything. It's, probably short loads. I would imagine short loads. Foreman's attempt to litigate that matter in front of this court is yet another lapse into his judgment on his part. Oh, no. Further the confidence enjoyed by those accused of wrongdoing to the bar. Well, see, you have to understand that Larry already confronted this one. He already spoke on this. He already said that anything that's going on with the bar stays with the bar until it's been determined whether it is guilty, not guilty, or however they're going to sanction them or anything like that. Foreman's attempt to invoke the rights of the people. He fabricated claims against whom's names he forged is utterly inappropriate. But see, this is all, and again, right here, document number 18, example 1 is their own example. So, all right. If I tell you right now that this is blue, it's undeniably blue, and I am going to prove that this is blue. I've got a document, and this document that I'm going to refer to is a document that I wrote that confirms that this is blue. So what I'm holding in front of you is blue, so therefore it's blue. Because I've got a document written here that proves that you say it's blue and you agree that it's blue. This is the kind of bullshit in the circular language that only a moron would write. I mean, it is so pedantic. It's ridiculous. Finally, Foreman has included a footnote that is substantially dishonest. While in-depth discussion is unjustified, Foreman's offer, as it were, already in front of the court is as defense's document number 15. No, it's already in front of the court. It's supposed to go to arbitration. Because if Shizzy says so, it's blue. Alfie. Hey, Yama. Oh, the fucking pen is blue. Document number 15, defense's proposal also would have saved the court time. Defense's proposed solution was that Foreman drop this frivolous case. No, it is no. That is not what the proposed solution was. It was supposed to be handled in arbitration. That's what the agreement was. As per Larry's signing documents that you fucking signed off on, idiot. Larry stated in those documents that, yes, is for arbitration. The reason that he sought this is because he thought that you were trying to pull some shady shit. But if you want to handle it in arbitration, absolutely, let's go forward with arbitration. We can put this part of the thing on hold. See, that's the way that it works. If you've got a case like this, which is a federal case where somebody's civilly suing somebody else for whatever reason it might be, and there's an arbitration clause, you can pause the proceedings, which would be pausing everything that's happening in the court. You don't need to file anything. You don't have to have all this back and forth bickering. You sit down in a room, you figure everything out, you come up with whatever agreement it's going to be. And I don't know all the details of it, but you figure out what all this is going to be. And if you can't handle it in arbitration, then you can bring it right back into court and get the stuff moving on its way. That's the problem. They keep saying, try blue tape. Damn it, Alfie, you can't make any sense. How dare you? I want to know what color the sky is in their world. Whatever color they want to tell you it is. I mean, it's complete psychotic. Foreman's offers that was read in front of the court is as defenses. Document 15, defense's proposal would also save the court time. Defense's proposed solution was that Foreman drop the frivolous case, but it's not frivolous. Now, second lawsuit credibly. No, there is no second lawsuit. Here's the thing you don't understand. Filing a complaint is not a lawsuit. Just because you file a complaint, it is not a lawsuit. You haven't even gotten into discovery or anything. All you're doing is throwing shit at the wall. Dumbass filed a lawsuit. Bubbles filed a lawsuit against Larry, claiming a bunch of shit that is just ridiculously hilarious. Whenever we read through that, oh my God, I just about pissed myself in the stupidity of it. It's almost as bad as the thumbnail case. It is so filled with garbage that you can poke holes through it with a goddamn log. I mean, it is ridiculously stupid and drawn out, ridiculous dumb shit. I mean, it is. I have never seen anything so stupidly written besides the thumbnail case. It is fucking hilarious. Tug Raiders, welcome Tug Raiders. And I'm sitting there looking at this, and so okay, there's no second lawsuit. There's a complaint, but it hasn't even gotten through the court yet. So you can't say that there's a lawsuit there. And is credibly attacking his lack of integrity. No, it's not. All it's doing is trying to shit on somebody else's parade. When did LP get married again? Well, you never know. I mean, she could get married at any point in time. She's free. She's free to get married anytime she wants to. I hear that she's looking for a new man. She wants to be one of them Palerasmus or something like that. Credibly attacking his lack of integrity. Defense has at minimum 6.5 months left on the statute of limitations for such a case. What? No. Where are you coming up with these numbers that you have 6.5 months left on the statute of limitations for such a case? No. The case is brought there. Once it's been brought in front of the court, it stays. It goes until it's done. As Ray arrived in Otter Creek, he may still be number 8. I don't know. I mean, he's got so much going on for him. At its core, Well, Foreman's response was essentially a series of meaningless insults and a bad faith attempt. No, that's not what it was. No, it was pointing out the obvious that Deuce is an idiot. See, this is where I don't understand. What does this have to do with the case? Absolutely nothing. All that was filed here has nothing to do. All what you're seeing right here, all of this crap right here, all of this has nothing to do with this case whatsoever. It's fluff. It is the same kind of fluff that you see all the time. He's bringing the escape RV. Yeah, if Ray wants to make that trip across the desert, I'm sure the Mojave is a good place to stop. Just saying. You might want to not stop in the Mojave if you're traveling across state lines. Oh, by the way, just be careful, Ray, because she's been known to accuse people of a little bit of their essay stuff. Well, you don't want to be accused by, let's see, somebody that's accused Jeremy, her ex-husbands, other people, her grandchild, her great nephew's husband, ex-husband. Yeah, you may want not like be in the same room with her. That would be like a good idea, more than likely. Play like Keanu Reeves, where he doesn't touch. He just goes, okay, no, I'm fine. No touching. No touchy. So what dumbass is trying to say here, as its core, Foreman's response is essentially a series of meaningless insults and bad faith attempt to portray his now documented criminality. There's no criminality. This is something that you haven't proven. Defense's petty grievance without the critical knowledge that Foreman is merely uses his pleadings to show off for his viewers on the internet. Prove it. Because as far as I could tell, Larry's never talked about this case on the internet. Ever. At all. This is something I dug up. And I was like, holy shite. Yeah. This is the most amazing soap opera. I'm telling you. His responses seem baffling. No, your responses seem absolutely baffling, that they bear no relevance to this case whatsoever. But with that critical knowledge, what critical knowledge? You've shown absolutely nothing. It's like you're like that idiot that sits at a card table and you've got a pair of twos. And whenever the cards come out, it's like somebody shows a full house and you're like, look, I've got a pair of twos. You're a fucking idiot. Everybody's looking at you going, what the fuck are you trying to show me? You got a pair of twos. Okay. I bet you suck at gambling. Extra, read all about it. Woman wheels elderly man from local rest home. Woman heard to say, I needs a man that's got an RVs. Frightened and exposed crook, playing the character of a lawyer on the internet for money and acclaim. That's hilarious. Wait a second. Are they talking about Bubbles here? I would swear to God they're talking about Bubbles right here. So court can see. We'll just change the name here just to see how it works. Can see Foreskin's bluster that being caught as a forger and a liar, facing the distinct possibility of suspension or disbarment. I only know of one attorney right now that's looking at that. For what it is, frightened and exposed crook. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Of a lawyer on the internet for money and acclaim. Well, Deuce Foreskin's suggestion that defense should be sanctioned deserves less than the sentence defense grants it here. I mean, if you switch it around, you can almost put Deuce's name on here. At its core, Deuce's response was essentially a series of meaningless insults and a bad faith attempt to portray his now documented criminality as defense's petty grievance without the critical knowledge that Deuce is merely using his pleadings to show off for his for his little viewers on the internet to whom he would never show the rest of the pleadings in this case. His response seems baffling. Oh, Deuce. Sounds just like Deuce. And there we go. So that's it. That's all we got on that one, except for, yes, I know you patiently wait for it. You patiently wait for it. You scattershot little freakazoids. You make me laugh, make me cry, spank me until, well, I smack you upside the head for doing something so damn horrible. Don't smack me.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
An open letter, the reply that choked on its own echo. The newest reply hit the docket. Well, and it deserves to be printed on tissue paper and used to wipe my ass because that's all it's really good for. Whomever cobbled this together clearly believes volume can substitute for facts. Let's not dress it up. That's the hill they chose to die on. It's a padded cell monologue. They repeat themselves like a parrot with a head injury. They cite their own filings if it makes them true, and puffs up ordinary scraps into courtroom fireworks. Well, shit, if this were advocacy, it would be malpractice. If it were strategy, it would be a suicide, but it's neither. It's just noise in paragraph form. The admission centerpiece is one line from a text. You don't have discovery in your possession. That's it. That's the so-called smoking gun. The grand confession. The foundation of their sanctions crusade. You'd think the court was handed Watergate tapes when it's just the legal equivalent of a grocery list. What's the kind of logic you'd expect from someone who thinks that fortune cookies are binding contracts? No rational person would mistake it for an admission, but rationality clearly wasn't invited to the drafting table on this one. Whoever wrote this bullshit has all the discernment of a raccoon and a dumpster that was lit on fire. Instead of building an argument with exhibits and citations, they went with the mirror method. Cite yourself, then declare yourself credible because you cited yourself. It's a self-licking lollipop or a self-licking dildo, whichever you prefer. A reply quoting its own prior spin, pretending that the echo is evidence. And by the way, courts don't fall for that. They've seen this kind of circular nonsense before. Well, it never ends well for the fool who thought they could bluff their way into some sort of credibility. And then there's the YouTube smear. According to this reply, Larry broadcast his response on YouTube within hours of filing it. The proof? A video link. But amazing enough, it's not Larry's channel. Not Larry's upload. Not even Larry's account. They actually point to my video, a journalist with a sparkly helmet. More on that. And try to pin it on him. Well, shit, that's not an argument. That's the sloppiest of a lie. That's the sort of mistake you make when you're in such a hurry to smear that you don't even check the header. Shit, whoever wrote this has all the tech savvy of a grandma trying to FaceTime with a TV remote. They didn't even bother to check the channel name and see that it's Shizzywhiznut, not DUI guy, plus, before spinning their conspiracy. Imagine handing the court a random newspaper clipping and saying, see proof a moron named Shivsy covered this. That's how sloppy this is. Whoever wrote it has all the attention to detail of a drunk raccoon pawing through trash bags. Now let's savor their proudest flourish. This is also the case for the now second lawsuit where Larry has been credibly accused of deceit. What they're actually referring to is the Jefferson County complaint filed by Deuce himself. The man's so bitter, he turned a failed mac and cheese stunt into a lifelong grudge, like a chihuahua humping air. This complaint isn't proof. It isn't a judgment. It isn't credibility. It's a man's salty tears on paper, electronically stamped. Waving it around like it's Exhibit A in a federal court is peak cowardice. Well, courts don't confuse accusations with evidence, and they certainly don't hand out credibility points for being salty in two different venues. And salty is exactly the word. This whole bitch-ass replying to Larry stating that their little game is not working and to move on to arbitration as defense requested drips with it. It reads like the work of someone who knows that they'll never have what Larry has. That's actual talent, actual charisma, actual business sense. Because, see, Larry built an audience out of skill and wit. He built his law firm out of pure talent and skill. The author of this reply built a reputation out of face plants. Shit, you can smell the resentment between the lines. It's the bitterness of someone who's tired, failed, and decided if they can't win, they'll sue. It shows in the style, too. Every page radiates insecurity. They throw out bar rules like confetti as if listing ethics codes makes up for the absence of proof. They toss a line of faux philosophy. The confidence belongs to the accused, not the accuser. Shit, that reads like it was scribbled on a napkin at 2 a.m. between bong hits. It's the kind of filler you'd expect from someone who probably did get their law degree out of a Cracker Jack box, and judging by the low T energy pouring off the page, they're still waiting for the decoder ring to arrive. The cowardice is baked into every paragraph. If they had proof of forgery, they'd attach the exhibit. Shit, if they had a case, they'd cite it properly. If they had confidence, they'd argue law instead of philosophy. Instead, we got a parade of empty accusations and reruns of their own filings. Shit, that's not courage, that's cover. It's what you do when you know the judge is going to ask, where's the beef? And all you got is a soy-based sauce on a pork chop. The writing itself gives away the author's soul. Low T energy just oozes off the page. The fake philosophy, the confidence belongs to an accused, not the accuser. Sounds like it was scribbled on a gas station bathroom stall. The bar rule citations are scattershot, tossed in like glitter by someone who hopes that sparkle distracts from the emptiness. It's not advocacy, it's performance art from a failed performer. You can almost hear them grunting in frustration as they type, pausing only to spark another bowl or check the battery life on their personal massager. Someone who's more comfortable taking it in the butt than taking a loss with dignity. And that's the tragedy here. This isn't a one-off blunder. This is a lifetime pattern of failure. Whoever drafted this has probably been pulling the same scam for years, swooping into cases, offering help, botching up everything, then blaming others when it goes to shit. But you can't win clean. You invent fuckery. And when you can't argue out, you outwine. And when you can't produce results, you produce lawsuits. It's cowardice with a vendetta, nothing more. Shit, this isn't a reply, it's a cry for help, and no matter how many times it screams admit it or criminal, the echo won't change reality. This is the work of a low-rent hack with no future but failure. And in the end, that's all this is. Jealousy, cowardice, and the failure wearing a necktie. The court won't be impressed by the volume. They'll see the vacuum. They'll see a reply that proves nothing, cites nothing but itself, and reeks of someone who will never know what it feels like to win on the merits. They'll see a coward shouting into a mirror, angry at his own reflection because Larry has what he never will: skill, instinct, and the ability to actually make people care. Signed, Shizzy, Papa Nut, the guy with Velcro shoes and a safety helmet, licking windows on the short bus while eating blue crayons because the red ones make me hyper. I might be riding in circles, but even from here, I can see this reply for what it is: a low-T whine from a failed lawyer who couldn't argue his way out of a paper bag if you handed him a pair of scissors.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
Well, thank you. Bravo. 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 Flavors sugar water, Yahoo, chocolate flavor water. I'm telling you, it's so crazy, isn't it? Yes. See, this is where I have so much fun. Because I read this kind of stuff. This is why I stick with green. The red, it's the red dye. It's always the red dye, Yami. It's always the red dye. I'm telling you, the red dye is killing us all slowly but surely. You can see it in the sunburn lotion that they keep putting on us. Marianne feels well. LP only got like $500 or something for an RV. I don't know. I don't, that's the thing. I haven't been paying any attention to how much money that they've been trying to raise. Looks like the grifters took a little bit of time off because, well, they I guess it started getting a little too hot for them. Yeah, they've got to start running and hiding, because that's what they do. They run, they hide, they cower. They can't handle it. It's a little scary, isn't it? Oh, yeah. All letters are based on opinion formed by idiocy of others. Opinions are legal as long as they aren't liable. Stupidity is not liable. And I'm about the stupidest you're going to find. I love this place. Mary Ann, good to see you. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, shoot. We've got some people that have come in and telling me they've been members for some months, sending out super chats. Let's do a little bit of something special for all you fine people all at once. We are going to give you something that you haven't seen yet, and it is going to be on the new album. And close all tabs. Why is it just telling me it wants to close one tab? I've got to see if did I upload this? I don't think I've uploaded it yet. Damn it. Because that's how horrible I am, because I thought I had this thing uploaded. Let me double check, make sure I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't upload this. Oh, I am such a shitty person. So that means I'm going to have to see if I've got it here. Because it's good. Ooh, you're going to love this one. This is going to take you guys way back, because I created this over a year ago. It's been almost 2 years, I think. I'll have to double check, because this is one that I've enjoyed from the time that I've made it, and I think I've got the whole thing down. We'll see if I've got it down. Give me a second. I'm searching for it. I thought I had it uploaded, but apparently I don't, because, well, I suck at this. Let me see. Is it this one? Well, that's one of them, but this is the other one. Nope, that's not it either. There it is. This is the one, I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I've got it right there. 533. And that's 929. I think this is the correct one. We'll double check. Give me just a second. I'll double check and make sure that it is. I'll know pretty quickly. Why is it not playing? It's being difficult. Stop sharing. Okay, there we go. Is this working? No. Why is it not working? I think my computer froze up. You guys still read me? You can hear me? This is so strange. I've had this issue before where YouTube doesn't let me do stuff. Give me just like 2 seconds and I'll be right back. I have to exit out of the whole program for it to actually pull up, and then I'll come right back and it should start working again. So I'll be right back. I'll be right back. The stream isn't ending. I have to take care of this real quick. Yeah, Lloyd has no money, no point in suing him. I would call Shizzy a senior, but everything's all acting blinky on me and stuff. Don't blame me. It's been acting weird the past couple of days. I'm about to. I think what I'm going to have to do is uninstall my whole operating system and reinstall it. That's what I think I was going to come down to. I think there's something funky going on with it. Your streamer will be with you. Your patience grow. Yeah, stream is absolutely unkind because for whatever reason, it's been acting really weird. I mean, the worst kind of weird. I haven't been happy with it whatsoever. Let me see if I can see what's going on here. And okay, that's the old one. And I think I have the new one here, which is this one. I just want to double check and make sure it is. All right, pause, stop. I can scroll through it pretty quick and see. No, it's the same damn thing. Why is it acting so weird? All right, we'll just open up the file location. We'll find it here. Call J Hip. He can screw it up better than me. Probably. Let me see. Is this okay? That's what I fixed there. Well, we'll just play it like it is. You guys will get the gist of it. You'll actually get the song. So how about we do that for you guys, and you guys get to enjoy video file, which is this one right here. This is one of the new ones I've been working on. I enjoy this kind of stuff. It takes me forever to find it. Whenever I find it, this is going to be off of a new album called Leftovers from the B-Sides. Computer repair money. Thank you very much. Maybe not. That is absolutely right. I'm gonna have to probably do that this weekend. Is just wipe my whole operating system, get all the trash that's on here off of it, because I'm sure there's all kinds of porn or something like that on here. I'm kidding. I don't think there's any porn on here. There might be, but not mine that I know of. Nope, that's still the wrong damn one. Why is it not showing? Well, that sucks. I'm looking at it. Good morning. Oh, that's why, because I'm an idiot. All right, let's show this for you guys. Here we go. Enjoy this all get out.
In Shizzywhiznut's chat we thrive, where Shizzy does dance and memes arrive. No quiet moments, no dull night. We laugh and funny sight. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream. From shoutouts to those random screams, to inside jokes and endless memes. We tie in Shizzywhiznut's chat we thrive, where Shizzy does dance and memes arrive. No quiet moments, no dull night. We laugh and funny sight. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream. From shoutouts to those random screams, to inside jokes and endless memes. Oh, in Shizzywhiznut's chat we thrive, where Shizzy does dance and memes arrive. No quiet moments, no dull night. We laugh and funny sight. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, lit up club. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream. Ooh, yeah. We come together night and day. We laugh, we play in our own way. A family in a cyberspace, love and hearts in this virtual place. Oh, Shizzy's crowd, you're wild and true, with crazy gifts and jokes that flew. We're living pixels in the stream, a digital dream, a shared daydream.
Not bad at all. Not bad. I actually enjoy that one. Let me see if I can find this other one, because I think I did upload it. I did upload this thing. This is another one that's going to be on the album, because I put this one together for one purpose and one purpose only. And it was for Laura Needy, and Dictionary Diva had this nice little story, and it was let's put it this way, it was pretty damn good. It was pretty good, this story that she told, and I think this song captures it.
Well, the sun was high and the heat was green. I felt the churn of last night's pains. Out on the trail with no relief in sight, I was clenching tight with all my might. Every step was a careful plan, trying not to waddle like a prairie dog can. Oh, prairie dog, waddle down the dusty road, trying to hold it, but it's bound to explode. Life throws you curveballs, and man, it's true, like a stranger in a van and a tummy that's through. Up pulls a man in a big white van. He said, girl, I'll give you $3,000, but my gut let loose. I was in no mood. Crop dusted him good like a bad attitude. His face turned green and he hit the gas, while my dignity slipped and so did my sass. Oh, prairie dog, waddle, waddling with grace, left my mark on that stranger's face. Sometimes life don't go as you plan, but you can still win with a fart in the stand. Now the moral of this here tune I sing, a prairie dog's waddle is a humbling thing. When nature calls, you better move faster. End up with a story that'll always last. Oh, prairie dog waddle, it's a hell of a ride, out on the trail with nowhere to hide. So hold your head high, no need to pout, even if your luck's just crapping out. And if you see a white van pull up in the dirt, just let them smell the reason why your stomach hurts. Oh, prairie dog, waddle down the dusty road, trying to hold it, but it's bound to explode. Life throws you curveballs, and man, it's true, like a stranger in a van and a tummy that's through. Oh, prairie dog, waddle, it's a hell of a ride, out on the trail with nowhere to hide. So hold your head high, no need to pout, even if your luck's just crapping out. If you see a white van pull up in the dirt, just let them smell the reason why your stomach hurts. Oh, prairie dog, waddle down the dusty road, trying to hold it, but it's bound to explode. Life throws you curveballs, and man, it's true, like a stranger in a van and a tummy that's through. Oh, prairie dog, waddle, it's a hell of a ride, out on the trail with nowhere to hide. So hold your head high, no need to pout, even if your luck's just crapping out. And if you see a white fan pull up in the dirt, just let him smell the reason why your stomach hurts.
Come on. That's so fun. I love that. I love bluegrass music, don't you? Yes. It's too funny. Yes. It's a story that Dictionary Diva told me. I was like, man, that is too funny. And I think Lauren was there that night, and we were talking about it, and they started talking about the prairie dog waddle, just waddling along like a prairie dog, trying to get to the crapper, and having somebody trying to stop you. It's hilarious. Oh my God. It really is really hilarious. 404 code on link. What does that mean? I want what that drummer has. I'm telling you, man, that drummer's got it going on. Oh my gosh. We have, and of course, I've released another video. If you haven't seen it yet, it is one of my favorite. I thought it just came out to be such a wonderful video, and I quite enjoyed it. But let me get my settings right on it, because for whatever reason, and view it on YouTube. There we go. Because it was so enjoyable getting some of these put together that I like sharing. I like sharing with you guys. So these all the users got to see, all the members got to see these ahead of time. This is good.
Some gap too bitch telling lies again. Said I got gift cards, cash and sewage in a bin. But the worker stood right there and said it. I don't see no buckets of shit. Fat hoe said she done paid the taxes, like she put it from her asses. It was donation money, that's what the facts is. Let me set the record first. We didn't control the barn. She signed off on every dime. But somehow I'm the villain every effing time. 31 visits still standing tall. No sewage, no filth, no crime at all. Gift cards, cash, never seen not one bit. Tell me again about them buckets of shit. Said I do a video, just speaking my truth. My heart is breaking, but here's the proof. Never saw that post, it was gone too quick. If I had, I called the cops, that would've made it stick. Used to trust the fleet, not anymore. I'm reliable now, I'm slamming that door. But I won't bash her name, won't drag her low. I'll just stand on my truth, let the people know. 31 visits still standing tall. No sewage, no filth, no crime at all. Gift cards, cash, never seen not one bit. Tell me again about the buckets of shit. We were never given money, no cards, no gifts, no stash. The lies keep coming at us, but the truth don't crash. CES in the yard reading out the claim, said sewing everywhere. Filth and shame, looked around and laughed, said that ain't it. I don't see no buckets of shit. How many times do I need to pass this test? 31 visits still calling CPS. Every fake report takes time away from telling my truth every single day. My child in the mud laughing in the rain while the workers shake their heads again. If I was guilty, she'd be gone, you see. But she's right here playing cuts on her knee. You can keep on calling, keep spinning lies, but the truth don't bend and it never dies. No poop fest coming, no bash and skit. Hear my truth and no buckets of shit. 31 visits still standing tall. No sewage, no filth, no crime at all. Gift cards, cash, never seen not one bit. Tell me again about the buckets of shit. A lie will never be the truth, but the truth. I got paperwork, signatures, and 31 clean visits. Now go do better research. I have a blue bucket calling my name. So if you will, just excuse me.
Oh, I've had so much fun making these videos. You realize it just makes me laugh my ass off. That's more clean water than that piece of property has seen in years. Hey, what can you say? It's not my fault. This is how the shit rolls downhill. Hey, that was good. Well, thank you, Heather May. And you can find those on my channel. I actually have the album for that is already out. I've released 2 albums in the past 2 months, and I may have another one next month. We'll see if Leftovers works. Hey, that was good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoy. And like I said, if you're a member, you get those. You get those before anybody else does. You get to see them, enjoy them, and there will be another one tomorrow morning, I believe. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow morning. There'll be another one that comes out, and every week I just lower the tiers down. So if you're in the higher tiers, you get to see it before everybody. But once you get in the lower tiers, which is fine too, you get to see them a week ahead of time at least. Literally shut downhill. Yes. Oh, I got to say, real good. Well, and this is what I do. And they're supposed to make you do a little bit of limbo, have a little bit of fun. I just subscribed. Well, thank you, Jaws. See, and you'll see I've got all kinds of stuff that's just for members. Because I'm really bad at doing members only streams. I probably should. I've never been able to find the time to really sit down and do a members only stream. Did I get my card yet? I don't think so. I haven't gotten any cards I know of, Cynthia. I of course I went to the mailbox today, but I haven't gotten a card. Speaking of mailbox, you'll notice there's something sparkly missing from my platform. And you just have to keep an eye out, and it's going to reappear. And whenever it does, my video card is still on back order. Sometime in the next, I don't know, week or 2, it should be here. Because it's a very exclusive card. So I'm waiting for it to get here. Maybe not. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Yeah, my video card, it should be here in the next, I don't know, couple weeks or something like that. And congrats, all new members. Let's see who all has become members over here. Give me just a second. Let me bring this bad boy up. I will take care of you guys really shortly and give you all a shout out. I'm trying to get better about these kinds of things because it makes everything so much better. Oh, one more, and let's see, trim that out, continue. So, because I do all of these kinds of things in the mornings, that gets me copyright struck, and so I've got like 2 videos that got me copyright struck this morning. Isn't that wonderful? And I mean, it's random stuff because I like to show these funny things, and of course they get me in trouble every damn time. I can't help it. I just find things funny. Let's see. We've got the wonderful Wanda Wanderer that got a gifted membership. Mal got a gifted membership. Gen X OG Dill Gaff, Calm One, Helma, Shannon Davis, RJ Wright, and Candy DeVos. Thank you so much for that, very much so. And I got something special for you there, Miss Maybe Not. I have 2 of them for you. One is for this one right there. That was for the music. That's where you got the music from. Thank you so much, baby. And the 10 gifted memberships. You know what that brings? That brings the shit show around every time. And all you new members,
Welcome to the shit show.
Every single day, a new flavor of thuggery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuggery. Ever all over again. Ooh. Thank you so much, Baby Not. I appreciate you. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. It makes it so enjoyable. Just you, son. Oh, yeah. A cutout? What cutout? What cutout? I don't know. No music? There was no music. There should have been music. Nice to hear you. A cappella? Oh, I see what happened. Well, I know why. Because I do it every damn time. I hit the damn wrong button. So here you go. Just for you.
Welcome to the shit show.
Every single day, a new flavor of fuggery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and buggery. Living all over again. Ooh. Top of the month, Azzy Man. Kiss LP bye. Knock it off, Lur. I ain't gonna kiss anybody goodbye. I love this song. I love that song too. And you guys got to hear me sing it a cappella. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, just for the love of I find myself singing this at work. How can you not? How can you not find yourself singing it at work? I find myself singing it at work too, usually because, I'm here with you guys hanging out whenever I should actually be doing something meaningful with my life. At least that's what my mother told me. Why don't you make something out of your life? You know what I told her? I was like, well, I can, but then that would require effort. Kidding. No, I've actually done pretty well in my life. Everybody, I do appreciate you coming by tonight. And just remember that whenever some idiot is filing stuff in a federal case, whenever you see a link to that YouTube thing and you pull it up and you find out that it's yours, it's glorious. I just have to say it's absolutely glorious. It put a quite. I mean, I laughed about it so. I think my wife thought I was having like a serious problem because I pulled that thing up. I don't remember what time it was. I think it was around lunchtime or something. I pulled that up and I was just like, Larry did something about this the night after. I was like, holy crap. And whenever you'll never succeed at being as smart as a clown. I wondered where that shiny helmet was. Ooh, the shiny helmet is making some rounds. It is making some really good rounds. And whenever it lands, ooh, buddy, you are going to be so surprised. He has great songs. I do have quite a bit of music. Thank you, Deuce. I appreciate it. I don't know about being a wordsmith. I'm sometimes I'm on it. Every time I see that stupid underindicated cop videos on YouTube, I hear the new flavor of fuckery. Yes, it is. I feel like these morons are on Judge Judy. They might as well be. I think, there's a reason why. Thank you, Glory. Thank you. There's a reason why whenever I see these things, whenever I see these kinds of filings, I live for them because they just make my day. Just proving once again that these so-called lawyers, whatever they want to be called, how horrible they are. Oh my God. I mean, I've run across some really good lawyers. I mean, some damn good lawyers, but some of them you see their pleadings, and you can just tell. You can just tell that if they're not a failed lawyer now, they soon will be. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They will. They always tend to fail in the worst possible ways. The simplest things that they could have done not be such a failure. They just don't know how to, though. But you sing very well. Well, thank you, Heather May. But once you catch up, you'll see that there is music. I did play some music. I like these more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Can you send us to MG? Oh, yes, maybe. I will be definitely sending you over to MG. I have, what is today? Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. So tomorrow I will be having another stream, most likely at night. I don't usually stream on Thursday mornings. But I will be doing a stream tomorrow night. I guarantee it's going to be off the chains. I've got something new that I want to show you guys. The reason Mo and I didn't do a stream tonight, thoughts and prayers out to Mo. From what I understand, is she had a little bit of a fall. So, show her a little bit of love. She's getting stuff checked out to make sure that she's back up and running for you guys. And I'm hoping that she's back up and running by Friday. If she's not back up and running by Friday, don't worry, because we will still do a Friday morning stream. She's good. As far as I know, she's good. She's back home and everything. So I love Mo too. She's an absolute doll, but she will be hopefully, she's able to do one. Oh no, not Mo. Yeah, Miss Peanut. She just took a little bit of a fall. She'll be fine. If she wants to talk about it, she will. But it's not my place. I just just give her lots of love and prayers, because she's good people. She's good people. We like good people around here. And of course, I will be sending all you fine folks over to go see the MG, because that's what we enjoy. We like MG. He's good people. I would send you over to Camelot, but MG, he's back up and running. So I'm going to send him over there. I'll send you guys over there. And I will be hopefully being able to go over the body cam, Laura Owens body cam tomorrow. I can't do it tonight. I probably could start in on it tonight. I just don't have the bandwidth for it. I've got to actually get some sleep tonight and do a bunch of early work tomorrow. Lawyer, always wear your earrings readily. Lawyer, lie that's only lies. You lies realize eventually. Realize. Yes, Aaron, that's correct. What a great night. Shizzy, a bottle of wine. Shizzy Letters music. What more could a girl ask for? Well, tell you a lot of things a girl could ask for. Doesn't mean they'll get them, but there's always a little bit of that, sort of what do you call it, where you take and do the little.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen, caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. Like count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm read in your brain and you don't know how. Pop a nut, shizzy daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's agenda, will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.